We are going to have a strong finish here. We've been talking about great leadership traits. We've been talking about how to implement great leadership in the first 4 hours. And we've been talking about how to grow and develop your people to rely on your systems and grow them in 4 ways and then challenge them with those 4 areas of growth in a fifth capacity with real world examples. But now I want to talk and transition to how all of this applies to a certain segment of people. This is going to be people for that are young or newer or looking to really get into a world, an area that they're not used to. So I want to kind of take my context. I talk with a lot of young entrepreneurs, a lot of young business people, everyone from teenagers into college years and just out of college is a niche area where people rely on me and I help set their paths. So I'm speaking to a lot of these people, but listen, you could be 40, 50, 60 years old and changing to a new environment, and this message applies for everyone and you as well. But if you are young, you are in the youthful category of people, and you wish to increase your influence and try to open your pathways, listen closely. 1 Timothy 4:12 says, "Do not let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." So this verse is very significant because it actually gives you a path of empowering yourself as a young person. It gives you a path to lead and to inspire others regardless of your age. This one hit me really hard when I was about 15 or 16 years old because it is predicted that Timothy, the person receiving this message, was possibly 15 or 16 at the time. What I want to do is I want to see how embodying these traits can help you in your business life. It can help you in your life at school. It can help you in your relationships and take it into a capacity that is really all encompassing. And I want you to really keep in mind here that tetrahedron that I just talked about in the last segment, those 3 sides with a base. Okay. So one of the ones that we want to do is your speech. I want you to use your words wisely. You need to consciously make an effort to control your speech. That means become more articulate, expand your horizons, expand your vocabulary and how you speak and talk to different types of people. But also, instead of just developing a clear, kind, and confident communication, you need to eliminate things from your speech as well. The most professional and disciplined people speak with integrity, with positivity, and without vulgarity. Some people have made themselves famous through it from a different facet of society, but I challenge you that the most disciplined people in the world have the most disciplined tongue. Scriptures also teach us that a man who can control his tongue can control his whole body. Well, by golly, I want to control my tongue then. I want you to go out and you should not sound like your peers. If you are a young person in high school, college, or early career, you should not sound like your peers. You should remove cursing. You should remove coarse joking. You should remove a bunch of slang and derogatory terms. You should remove anything that could ever make somebody raise their eyebrow at you. If you can take those things out, the cursing, the vulgarities, the coarse joking, and perverse speech, you're going to really stand out. You want to take these communication skills then and you want to apply them to a network and build a network and advocate for yourself as a clear and articulate person that can present your ideas and thoughts clearly. If you can present your ideas and your thoughts clearly, and you can present your history and what you're capable of through the experiences that you gained, you have just become more valuable and more influential. The next thing is conduct. You need to be able to control your conduct. This is leading by example. Simply put, work on self improvement, build up your reputation by demonstrating discipline, by demonstrating taking on responsibility and ethical behavior. You do not want to go out and run around and do all of these terrible things that you see. Stop living some Hollywood version of your life, some Instagram, TikTok version of your life. Your actions speak louder than your words. So if you're sitting here sounding really well, but you're acting a different way, you're fighting your own progress. You should be able to easily be separated from your peers when employers look at you, when mentors are willing to sign up and help you because they see what you're trying to do. Leaders will gravitate towards you if you act with professionalism, if you act with reliability. You should not be one of the people that goes around and sleeps around, lies, cheats, steals. You need to control that conduct. You need to control that behavior. You should not be reckless and doing all of these mischievous activities on the weekends, going out to parties and nightclubs. I'm telling you right now, the top tier people are not living the nightclub life. They are not going out and drinking and doing drugs and sleeping around with tons of people. Is there an avenue of that in society? Yes, there is. But it comes back and it pays them back in a very negative way. Your conduct must speak for itself and it must match your speech. Now, the next one is love. This is one of the most misinterpreted words in the English language. Love is a commitment to someone else's betterment. A sacrificial love means that you're going to sacrifice to serve the benefit of another. Think about the marital relationships, brothers and sisters, fathers and children, mothers and children, grandparents. This is a sacrificial love. If you truly love someone, you're going to give up a desire of your own to make their life better. You need to set an example in love, is what this says. So if you can make self improvement to yourself, and by making yourself more compassionate and more empathy and more serving towards others, this is going to enhance your emotional intelligence. It's going to enhance your network and it's going to build loyalty and capital of trust with people around you in the community. They will absolutely see you as somebody that takes care of their fellow man and their friends and their family. That is huge. There's a wrestling coach that as a wrestling coach, I help get kids recruited into college. There's one college that we have a good connection with, and the first question he asks his kids is, how's your relationship with your parents? Do you mouth off to your parents? Do you do your chores? Do you serve your parents well? Are you respectful to your mother? The second one he asks is, how was your grades? About number 9 on the list is, how's your record? How's your athletic career? Because those things really don't matter. We need to know that you're going to be a good, decent person. I think that echoes in what I'm talking about right now. Clean speech, good ethical behavior, and you're practicing love and care to somebody else. So let that be genuine. Let yourself be servant minded. If you can do that, your relationships are going to grow stronger beyond your beliefs. Have some gratitude and find yourself connected to somebody that is willing to love you and sacrifice for your betterment. Some mentor, some family member, somebody you can collaborate with. If you can do these things, you're going to shine brighter than anyone in your group of peers. And then the other thing is set an example in faith. Stay committed to your beliefs. Have that core of who you are. Stop this wishy washy going back and forth with society, with whatever new trend is, with whatever new idea is. And I'm supposed to be here and do this because I'm just a kid after all. No, that's not right. Stay core to your beliefs. You stay pure. You have fidelity. You have trustworthiness. You need to ask yourself a question. Okay. Are you a trustworthy person? If you can ask yourself and say, I'm a trustworthy person, then other people will see that as well. Don't fool yourself. You look in the mirror really hardcore and ask that question. Am I doing what I say I'm going to do? Are people asking things of me? I'm following through. If you can do that, then you can stay solid in your faith, and people will see that, because that is one true sign of discipline as well, is that you can stay significantly attached and involved to something higher than yourself. It demonstrates faithfulness in your abilities, faithfulness in your purpose, to your cause, and your why behind things, to a higher calling outside of yourself. If you have strong faith, you can then take calculated risks. You can then persevere through adversity. You can then create a vision for your future and possibly carry other people to that vision with you. So your faithfulness is going to say a whole lot about you. And then another one is purity. Okay, I mentioned a little bit about this because they all play with each other, but the purity to self improvement, the purity to not tainting yourself with the world, getting caught up into drugs, which are going to drag you down, and alcohol, and sexualization, and other distractions like addictions to gambling and online social media platforms. Don't be a person that's looking for shortcuts, but instead you're going to do the right thing at the right time. You can't be drunk, high, and overly sexualized. You can't be promiscuous. You can't be an uneducated knucklehead and expect people to look at you as this is a pure person that I want to attach myself to. I feel safe with them because they demonstrate purity. If you can do that, you don't have to ever be questioned about, oh, they're going to lie, cheat, and steal their way to the top. And your circle will become much purer as well. You will surround yourself with people that emphasize purity as well. So if you can emphasize these traits, any young person, any person at all, you can shatter the mold of having people say, this is just a kid. They don't know what they're talking about. This is just a young person. I want somebody with a lot more experience. And they are absolutely going to take a chance on you saying they have got their act together because they are following 1 Timothy 4:12 and they have these things in order. Who would not want to attach themselves to a person that demonstrates those 5 characteristics? Write it down or answer that out loud in the room by yourself if you know that you would refuse to attach yourself to somebody that demonstrates those 5 characteristics. And that's my point. You have now established yourself with a higher level of influence. You have integrity, and integrity is magnetic. If people know that you're going to hold fast to what you say, do, live the walk, and the talk, people are going to respect and follow that, regardless of their age and position. They will be honest and genuine with you, and they will see you as that trustworthy person talked about. So look for opportunities to establish your reputation, to uphold your integrity, and doors are going to start opening. Relationships will start showing up and growing stronger, and collaborations will be there. And then you can step out into those roles and take that calculated risk. I hope this helps you, and I hope the progress that we followed tonight is valuable to you. I want you to take everything we said today, review it, write down the high points for you. And in the meantime, I want everyone to go out into the world and I want them to see the change and be the change. And we will catch you next week right here on Pivotal Change.
This has been a Now Media Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.